traders, I thought it would be pretty interesting, educational, what have you, to do a review of Tilray, healthcare sector drug manufacturer extraordinaire, otherwise known as a pot stock. Basically, this was recommended long back in October, specifically about $6, and that was something that I stuck with over the past few months and posted in my Slack channel several times for clients. I'll kind of go backwards before I go forward. Basically, there were some cannabis stocks, and this was obviously after the Biden bid and the election win and the Georgia blue wave, and basically legalizing marijuana became the topic du jour. But basically, I was really looking at buying pullback on support, the marijuana ETF, Tilray, and others. I had continued to like the REITs, PW and IIPR. January 4th definitely got a blue wave win, and they were rallying strongly. Again, I was bullish back on January 4th, saying Tilray just needs, above $9. Might be better stock than option play. Followed up on the 11th of January, Tilray 9 to 12.72 high, so all is really working. I've also, by the way, been very bullish. CGC, it's the best operator of the bunch in the cannabis pack. And Mosaic, ag input fertilizer company. Anyway, moving on. January 12th, I did a chart up for clients saying it looked very constructive for higher and gave some particular price targets. I love the 50-week on a weekly. As you can see, this is a weekly, that's a day, that's an hour, and I use these in short for chase, swing, and trend time frames. Anyway, I'm just following along that same trade that I was still bullish on for Tilray, and continued to recommend. It got above 12, now on its way to my recommended 15.62 from that chart that I just showed you. Then on the 13th, there were some cannabis plays that were doing extremely well, and some laggards in the pot stock space that I thought would play catch up. ACB, Amarin, Alpha, Kronos, and by goodness, they certainly did. But I'm getting to the point here on Tilray, which acted very much like a GameStop of late, from my $6 to $66. So they continue to perform really well, and I track them every day with clients in regards to the pot stocks and my favorite ones, with lots of updates on these throughout the course of my Slack workspace for clients. Lots of chases, and then we're getting into it, where on the January 26th it started to really consolidate. It was above 15.62, but it looked fabulous because it was above the 10-week moving average, which I really like. And I kept saying it needs to stay above $20.10 on a daily for a chase or swing level to $24, which was the next price level. And I had this updated again. It needed to stay above 15.62, needed to trigger through 2010, get up to my $24 price target. And well, as you know, it really did. So it had a fabulous, finally, on February 2nd, push above $20.10. So I wrote, it just is in play. There's no question. It's just nice. It's going to trigger, and it did. Hit the $24 mark, and then I updated it the next day. It's on its way. Next price target of $28, then $34. And this was also in follow-up to news of GWPH getting acquired by Jazz Pharmaceutical. That sent the whole space really moving on that whole M&A mover, Momo kind of play. And then a few days later, on February 9th, still trend idea back from October 10th at $6.39. It's now above $34. It had a big surge, 20%, on an agreement to grow pharma to import and distribute medical marijuana in the UK. Whew! All right, I have to update clients because they're long this puppy. Next Tilray price target is $39.40. Great job holding because it's really tough, right? I mean, where's this thing going? Well, I'll tell you where I thought it was going, and it went there. So on the 10th, I wrote Tilray is a freak of nature combo with prohibition ending and a short squeeze. So this is the chart that I sent clients. I had basically moved it to a monthly time frame just to show them. And I said in my live trading room, this is my price target, 66.74. It happens to be what I consider a wall of concrete. So this is where Tilray had that very big explosion back in 2018, which we also played long and short. That was a lot of fun. And then when it broke decisively. So I expected this to head up in time to 66.74, and that was my price target for clients on the 10th. So that was then. This is now. I did an update where literally this was intraday, so it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon on February 11th. 66.74, bingo. This is on the weekly time frame, and I said in my trading room when it gets there, it's going to be very, very unlikely that it's going to get above. Definitely not on the first attempt. Likely it comes back down, and here are the levels to watch for. So I gave the levels, and I have day levels, I have week levels, intraday. I said, and if it falls below this key level, 54 happened to be the level I was looking for, and it opened right below it the next day, I said this thing is gonna crash. So that was in fact what happened. So it was an amazing run, obviously higher from 639 to 66.66 basically, and then a crash, 50% fall all the way down today on this, parabola. So literally fell 50%. I mean, it's still up 400% from when I had recommended it long, but that's not the point. I really, really thought it was going to hit a wall of concrete, and it did. At the same time, I was explaining to clients my fear with this whole sector. We've had a tremendous amount of speculation in certain key sectors, and no question this was one of them, which is the cannabis stocks. And so I wrote in my market thoughts for clients a chart that I thought was really important to consider. I said, for those chase swing trend trading pot stocks, this by the way was on 240 on February 10th. So before the cannabis space and Tilray in particular fell apart, I wrote, cannabis prohibition ending under Biden admin. Please keep in mind the space is parabolic with POTX, which is the pot ETF, up 189% just this year. So when it reverses below the IPO high of 26.72, take care. So this is the 26.72. This is the IPO high or the ETF formation date. This collapsed as expected, POTX, and here is where it reverted. So a very big fall from grace. This was a nice trigger as a way for clients to kind of navigate, if you will, the open for POTX short and for Tilray. Also, 54 was my level, and it opened and crashed right through it. So I hope that helps explain a little bit of technical analysis can really help, but it can also, show warnings of a fragile marketplace where these parabolas, and I've talked about this before with Jonathan of VigTech on my macro to micro power hour, are really trapped longs, and it's very difficult to get out. Liquidity just doesn't exist well in this type of action in parabolas. So trapped longs equal liquidation, and that's exactly what we saw with both Tilray and POTX Thank you very much for listening, and I hope it was educational. If you want to do these trades with me every day in my live trading room from 9 to 12, plus my Slack client workspace, you're welcome to join. Hey, last but not least, I want to remind folks that have recently subscribed to my YouTube channel that I'm really appreciative of that. And if you would, like it, that would be super. Subscribe, that would be super. I also wanted to let folks know that today's the last day to sign up for the free access, early access to my pre-launch of my risk indicators that are going to be going live on the App Store at Apple on March 15th. So from Valentine's Day through those who basically sign up by email, really simple, will have access to 3 very powerful, proven algorithmic risk indicators that I have developed over the years, used in my trading room with clients, and they are on chase, swing, and trend time frames. So this is for those who like to chase intraday market moves with actionable alerts that will be sent via SMS and email by index ETF, and they anticipate a change in market direction. Very cool. Same thing for swing positions. This is go with the flow indicator, and it will help you manage your swing positions. So those who might not necessarily be in front of a computer all day, for example, and actively trade, but want to make sure that they're still with the trend, whether bearish or bullish. And if it's neutral, it says so. And last but not least, for those who build portfolios and really want to just go with their picks and anticipate big drawdowns in market. So I'm a volatility trader, and I have created a volatility algo that will alert that a big change is coming, with the purpose of allowing portfolio managers or do-it-yourself investors to mitigate the risk, either by hedging their portfolio or trailing stops. Most definitely also for those who want to seize a volatility spike. So that's what this portfolio hedger will provide. And I very much welcome your feedback during the next month, as features will be also rolling out before it goes live on the Apple Store. And these run completely independent from my trading service. So they are no hand-holding type of discretionary trading, stock picking, nothing macro, intermarket, sentiment, technical, quant, or fundamental. They are algorithmic trading strategies that give you actionable alerts so you can chase, swing, and trend your way to profitability.